figured that this is the time for me to shine and give my informational service and let everybody come in at the pre-market prep and watch me do my live videos every morning and give them the direction that I feel that things are moving. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. It's just we want to be right more than we're wrong.
Disclaimer: Elite Trading is for educational purposes only. The alerts given are not one-way tickets to be a millionaire. Discretion is advised.
But they want to hit a base hit, they hit a base hit or a home run. Sometimes that home run makes up for the next 10 hits, but at the end of the day, you want to just hit those base hits. That's all it's about every day, and that's what I do. And that's how we became successful. And now we're just wanting to share that success and let everybody else gain something that they don't already know. Now it's time for the world to see what I can offer, and I figured that this is the time for me to shine and give my informational service and let everybody come in at the pre-market prep and watch me do my live videos every morning and give them the direction that I feel that things are moving. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. It's just we want to be right more than we're. Good morning, everyone. Kaylor here with Elite Trading Pre-Market Prep, coming to you live 9 a.m. every morning. Getting excited about these IPOs. We're getting excited about the Apple coming after Tesla. It looks like they're going to be really going to give you a contender for them, in our opinion. We're looking at the fact that in the next 5 years, what to expect by 2024 in 2 years from Apple. So after that, I would say you have a 3-year span before you have major production income or information coming in from the manufacturers, understanding where their motive is going. Something that I've been looking into for my own opinion and idea that I have is, what about Ford? You know, we've been thinking about where does Ford and GM come into this whole entire situation? And when you think about it in terms of accessibility to a larger market instantly, you know, what about buying one of the major automakers that are already a big time player? So, you know, what we're saying here, in my opinion, would be, what if Tesla or what if Apple wanted to buy and start picking up some of these already built automakers that are, you know, the big dogs, and say, hey, we want to take you over and use your facilities and have the production lines that are already ready to go and have be able to implement into all these different areas across the United States. So those are some of the things that we're looking at right now for potential moves, and we think that you'll have a good runner in Apple. You'll see that they're running today, and you know, on the charts we were looking at the support level for mRNA. They're up $1.45 in the pre-market. You know, this is something that you may see future progress when it comes to some of these companies that, instead of just falling off, you know, we were looking at some big gainers that have happened in the last 2 to 3 years, and you know, some of them, you know, they're up 300, 400, 500, 600%, 800%. W&W is up, you know, 900%. And this is stuff that doesn't happen very often, or you know, instantly, for you to be able to just make these moves really fast and make money really fast on these. So you got to be careful and understand that you don't want to be stuck with your profits just sitting there and not actually taking that profit and securing gains. So sometimes, you know, in my opinion, what I would say is that if you're up, you know, 700, 800, 900%, maybe you would want to take back some of that and put it aside. That way you're ready for the next dip, so you have a dip to buy. You know, some people were overly extended. They didn't have the cash to buy Apple on this current dip, or, you know, they may not have had the time to buy, or the money to buy DKNG on the dip. You know, we were looking at BNTX for the long term. So, you know, watch some of these companies that are moving. NET, I like that one as well. You know, these are ones that we're looking at that we think might have some potential long-term movement based off of the price action over a certain amount of time here. So welcome and good morning, and I hope you're having a blessed day today. Let's get the newsletter going here for you and see what we have in store. So we currently have 12/22/2020 quote of the day today. If we command our wealth, we shall be rich and free in our if our wealth commands us, we are poor indeed. Edmund Burke. If we command our wealth, we shall be rich and free. If our wealth commands us, we are poor indeed. Edmund Burke. Bulls today, we have the EDIT, we have RP, we have CURI, we have AGIO, and we're also looking at IMGN on the Bears list. We have WMT on the Bears list, ZM on the Bears list, and AAL on the Bears list. Daily news, we have Dow Jones futures were little changed during the pre-market hours, along with S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ futures after Congress approved a long-awaited stimulus deal. On Monday, the stock market rally staged a bullish rebound from morning losses, closing narrowly mixed. Peloton said, PTON said it would buy an exercise equipment maker Precor for $400 million. That will help Peloton ramp output. There is a COVID mutation in the UK that is reportedly far more infectious, and according to current news that we saw this morning, that we also they have reason to believe that it's already reached the United States. So be careful out there, folks, and mask up, be safe. President-elect Joe Biden got his first dose of the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine, so let's see how that goes. PFE. Yesterday's top call-outs, Baidu, BIDU, 20%, SNDL, 15%, and SDC, 15%. Smile Direct Club, that's one that we were talking about back when they were in $5 or $6 shares, so take a look at SDC and see what you guys think of them. Equity markets, S&P 500 futures, 3691.25, up 0.14%. Dow futures, 30,105, down 0.03%. NASDAQ futures, 12,733.50, up 0.39%. So, if you want to get some more information about aligning your trades with the central banks like we have, and we were talking about the Elliott waves with Matthew Mickey, if you want to learn more about this information, feel free to jump into our live chat, get some volunteer help from our group, and let's just see what we can do to help you out with getting you started as a new trader. Maybe we have some answers for your questions, and we can maybe get some stuff handled for you really fast here. Take a look at the chart. We have been looking at the mRNA here. This is the chart that we had pulled up with our support levels and resistance levels where we feel that are key moments in where the price action is occurring. So you see here it hit a low, it hit a low, it hit a low, and then now it's time to move up here. So it moves up after it caught that support level, and then it started to trickle down. It gave back. It just lost some of its steam. And as Moderna has done in the past, it's ran up, taken a breath, ran up, taken a breath, run up again, took a breather here, and then skyrocket. That's the big gap. That's the big jumper there. So do they fill this gap, or do they fill the gap above? This level that they're currently sitting at, in my opinion, would be the level that would set you up for understanding where the momentum is going to go. If it ends up breaking past this level that it couldn't break here and it starts to move up, then you'll see that it's going to go to the upside for now. If it breaks down through this line here, in our opinion, then we're going to see some downside, and we don't have support until all the way down here, so it started here, boom, came up to there. So really it's right around this area, and then your strong support is this line, is why we have it down here. So if you wanted to have some intermediate lines drawn for your viewing needs to help you with potential legs down, let's see the purple. Let's give you a better view. So all-time high. Let's make that green. Let's do blue. Yeah, sorry. Make those purple. So Do we get back to those levels again? Where do we think this will continue to go, up or down? Thoughts, comments, concerns. And if you have any, drop them in there. If you have questions about a certain ticker, or if you have anything else that you want to ask us about, if there's any companies that you're looking forward to trading, let us know. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Apple. Let's see what they're doing this morning. Oh, nice. We've got a big area here to break through. Look at that. Sky's the limit now, folks. Where are we going with Apple, huh? We going to 150 anytime soon? Do we break this 137? See all new highs here? Got a key level of support after the breakout. We had our alert from Elite Trading previously on this line here when it went up, and then it shorted and went down. So let's see, we've broke past our point of getting back in on the last trade. So, you know, let's see if we can break. I really want to see a target of the 137.98. Once we break past that, then, you know, folks, we might see 150. So let's see what happens there, and possibly get a nice move on that. Let's watch Ford. I like to bring them up. Let's see where they're at. They're up 5 cents in the pre-market. Nothing to brag about. They really didn't want to come and take over that $10 mark that they previously brought us to back in the summertime of last year. So they didn't make it back to where they needed to. They took a significant drop down to $3.90 here. So, you know, this is one of the storied stocks for me that I think that, you know, you're going to see either something really great happen again with Ford, and we're going to get them back up to where they need to be on these, you know, where there's a lot of support out there in the market. The retailers love it. It's one of the top traded stocks for sure on Robinhood. So I know that the market's watching it. I know that they're playing a lot of options. We've got them pulled up in our server. You know, we've seen the options for Ford going out to January and February are very heavy. There's a lot of options activity going long and short the stock around that $9 and $10 range. So, you know, if it gets a pop to the $15, if it gets a pop to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, there's going to be a lot of pain in this area to break through. So, you know, we have sellers coming through this whole area. There's just never been any support here since 2000 and what? So back here, 1993 was the last time you've had support in this area. But when you do catch it, it catches it and it starts running. So we've got that nice long-term low of support here. Wow. So let's just see where we go. We've got that major support level there, but this is a long-term resistance level on the way down, but on the way up, it is a support level. So a lot of people are making money by selling calls and puts on these and letting them run down over the time decay. So if you see this, these are some very small moves over long periods of time. So watch out for Ford. Don't look for some exciting, crazy spike, but little moves can make a little bit of money on them, and a lot of people are trading them. The algos are taking control, as you can see here. But, you know, that's our chart section. That's our addition to this morning of pre-market prep. It's 9:14. We've got about 15 minutes till the open. Good luck, traders, and we hope to continue this conversation with you in the Elite Trading server. Stay blessed, and I will see you soon. Stay in the green, my friends, and talk to you soon.